Hello folks and welcome to the Movie Mad channel. It's James here. First of all, I need to apologise. I did say I was going to stick to a Wednesday, Saturday scheduled upload, but the last week or so I've missed that scheduled upload and I don't want to make excuses for it, but I've been a little bit sick. I was off work on Monday, just a sore throat, and just went on for the weekend, and by Tuesday, Wednesday it was a bit better, so let's just say I'm surviving, but that's not what we're here to talk about on the channel today. Today, what I was going to do is I was going to discuss a couple of things and I was going to show you some pickups. I've just decided I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter and just discuss two topics. Now, the first topic I was going to discuss is disc rot. Oh, before I talk about disc rot, I just wanted to let you know myself, that's Movie Mad, that's me, Alan Kermit's Ghost, and Blue Roy Movies will all be appearing on a Monday live stream on Ollie Loves Films. Now, I don't tend to do live streams that much because I don't really have any privacy in the house, but the week before, I did sit in the car and do it, so that seemed to work out okay. So myself, Blue Roy Movies, Sam from Sammy G's Movies, Alan Kermit's Ghost, and of course Ollie Loves Films. There might be other guests that I'm missing out, but if you do happen to have some time on Monday, if you want to tune in and watch me make a fool of myself on live, you can do that. Hopefully I don't. So if you want to do that, head over to Ollie Loves Films, give a wee subscribe, and look out for the live stream on Monday. Right, so back to the topic at hand, but before I do that, my throat's awfully dry, so I'm going to have a cup of tea. As I say, we'll talk about Kermit's Ghost. Decaf tea, not a sponsor. Oh, I made that one well. So as I was saying, there's been a lot of talk lately, or a lot of social media posts, especially in America, about Warner Brothers DVDs starting to go bad. Now, there is a suggestion that a lot of the Warner Brothers DVDs were made in a factory in Mexico, and though the quality really dipped on those, and that's why they are going rotten, shall we say. Now, has any of you experienced disc rot? Now, I didn't think I had until a couple of years ago, when I did see a couple of discs that definitely looked like they were rotted. I think that it gets specking, and also you can just see that it goes bronze, and the discs don't start to function. Now, recently, when I was going through some of my DVDs, I did find one that had disc rot on it, and that was The Bodyguard, which is a Warner Brothers title. Now, I've got the Blu-ray of The Bodyguard, but I decided to put it on the DVD and see if actually it played. Now, it did play with the rot on it and played okay, but I'm thinking more and more time passes, that's going to be worse and worse. So I'll show you the disc in a second. Here it is. So there we go. So here's my Blu-ray, and before I started really condensing, which I'm going to go into in a while anyway, I used to keep the Blu-rays in with the DVDs, and as you can see in here, hopefully, I've got the Blue Bodyguard DVD on front of the Blu-ray. So I'm just going to come to the front of the camera and put this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about in terms of disc rot, and I can see while I'm filming. So let's have a look. Let's bring it right up. So if you look on the edge there of that disc, oh, it's me, hello. If you look, I think that's pretty clear on the edge of that disc. Let's even get in focus. Can we focus? No, we can't. Right, let's try the other finger and see if we can focus with that one a bit easier. Right, so. Don't know if you can see the edge of that disc just starting to rot there. maybe further. See, you can see it clearly now. Look, as I spin it, look right down the bottom in the bottom corner as I spin it there. So, but this disc plays perfectly well. So I decided to keep this one and just keep it in there and just see how this progresses. I keep my movies in the house in a decent temperature. So how this has happened, this has got to be a pure quality disc, I would have thought. So, with that being said, recently, well, not recently, about 6 or 7 months ago, excuse me, I picked up a sealed copy of The Bodyguard. I was at the time where eBay was charging no fees, and I thought, you know, a sealed copy of The Bodyguard might sell okay. It's in a snapper case. But I thought what we might do is open this and just see if the disc has got any kind of trouble. Now, I don't know how this was stored because it came from the charity shop. But let's open it and see if there's any kind of this rot. And I was going to bring a knife over to do that or something to open it, but I'll just have to use my fingers. So let's open it and see. I hope you can see that in the camera. I'm going to have to get something to open it because I'm useless. Right, I'll be right back. I'll just slice it at the top and come back. I'll be right back. Right, so there we go. I sliced it, so let's have a little look and see if this disc has got any problems. This one wasn't the one that was manufactured in 2006, 2008. This is obviously an early snapper case one. So let's have a look. Looks good so far. Disc is absolutely perfect. So maybe it is down to storage. Maybe it is down to manufacturing. I don't know, but a lot of people are starting to get concerned about how many of these Warner discs are starting to deteriorate. You know, because as physical media collectors, you want your disc to be in pristine condition. Well, I do anyway. You know, if I damage it myself or there's a few scratches, then I'm not so bothered. But when the manufacturing process has gone wrong, you know, and Warner actually in America giving out some replacements even 10 or 15 years later. Well, that's, I believe, so that's, you know, that's quite a customer service, shall we say, on there. But we just like our discs to last forever. But is it really going to be the case that our discs will last forever? What's your thoughts on this rot? What do you think? Is it storage? Is it manufacturing? Have you ever experienced it? Let me know, as I would like to discuss that topic. And as I said, I wanted to talk about one more topic today, and that is my stupidity. I say that, and I say that in all honesty. When I was sick on Monday, I've been wanting to watch 7 Clint Eastwood films, and I've watched 4 or 5, but one I really wanted to watch was Unforgiven. And I was like, looking at CX, and there's a 4K of Unforgiven in there for £12 in one of my friend's towns. And I asked them nicely if they could go and collect it for me and then post it up to me, which they kindly did. And it was Larry, by the way. So Larry sent me it. Made a special trip. Done that. I got the post today. Opened it up. I was delighted to see what was in it. And I'll show you, in fact. He sent me the 4K of Unforgiven from CEX. And I was really happy with that, because I am on a Gene Hackman, Kevin Costner, Clint Eastwood sort of mood at the moment. So he sent me that and I was like, great, I'm just going to slot that in the shelf for now. I'll show it in a pickups video later. And what did I do? I went over to the shelf, which I should have done on a Monday, but I was sick lying there. And what have I got on the shelf already? What a donut. Now, I've been actually updating my CLZ Movies app lately because isn't fully up to date, and I have been working on it, and it's been getting closer and closer, but it didn't have this on it, and it was on the shelf, so I've just made a duplicate one. And with my combining, I really, really need to take a step back from buying movies, I think, at the moment, and just try to get my catalogue more up to date, my collection more in order, watch what I've got, and stop making silly mistakes like that. I did notice they are slightly different versions though. The one that Larry sent me is a really nice thin case one. Cookie's having a party as well. Really thin, nice case one. And this one is in the older style. And this one says HDR in the front, and this one doesn't. Are you finished, Cookie? Right. Can I continue? So, clearly not. So, I do actually like the thin case one, so I'm going to keep that one. And I was like, really sorry, Larry. How stupid am I? Sending you out to the CEX to get that. Hopefully, didn't make a special trip. I'm sure he'll tell me if he did. But what a donut! So what I'm gonna do is I think, I could take this to CEX and trade it in and get 2/3 of the money back that paid for it. But what I think I'm gonna do is, if it's okay with Ollie, I'll check with him. If it's okay with Ollie, what I'm gonna do is that on his live stream, I'm gonna ask a question, and the first person to get that question right in the live stream on Ollie's screen, I'm going to give them the Unforgiven 4K, the other copy of the Unforgiven 4K. Because I think that's a nice thing to do. Pass it on when you can, So I'm going to do that. So I'll keep the thin one and I'll give the other one away. Because most people probably have more shelf space than me. So I'll keep the thin one and I'll give this one away on Ollie's stream. But what a donut I am. And I think I really need to get my CLZ app up to scratch before I continue to purchase. Not only that, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've got a bag full of DVDs there, another pile of movies sitting there. They're just all over the place at the moment, and I think it's more sensible to just, not only that, I'm poor, so a wee month in maybe not, I think I say not buy them, because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go out and buy things unless I really, really want them. So I'm going to think about my purchases, really think about them this month before I do anything. So this is just a wee short video to let you know that, and if you do want to see me, or Ollie, or Roy, or Helen, I don't think I've actually spoke to Alan Kermit's Ghost in person before. We have spoke a few times over YouTube and things like that, and he's mentioned me on his channel and things like that, but I don't think I've actually spoke to him in person, so a bit nervous about that. Hopefully it goes well, and I'll catch you on Monday. Hope you enjoyed the video. I do have a few pickups, but I think I want to keep the pickups separate from this topic of these two videos. So Disrot, stupid mistakes when I made collection, and obviously Cookie can't keep quiet. So I'm going to finish up, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cup of tea, and I'll see you next time on the Movie Mad channel. Thank you. Cookie will too, won't you, Cookie?